And we're back here once again with another episode of the Cloud9 podcast, season 15, episode 1. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And if you are watching and listening to this episode of the Cloud9 podcast when it is airing live, thank you so much for your continued support. And I do truly mean that from the bottom of my heart, everyone. We are officially at 15 seasons of the Cloud9 podcast, my longest running podcast that I just pretty much started with my friend James, because we kind of wanted to be Monte Cristo and Thorin and do a whole summoning insight thing, and then we actually got the show up to where it was at that current moment in time. And then now, after I've been doing the show for so long, we are now at 15 seasons. Holy fucking shit. Has time flew by. And if you guys are watching and listening to this episode of the Cloud9 podcast after it aired live and you are watching and listening to the episode on the replay, I do enjoy every single person that watches and listens to the show on the replay as well. Whether you watch live or whether you watch in the replay, you are valued. So, hope you guys had a great weekend, because we have a lot to talk about here. The 2025 NBA playoffs continue. OKC sweeps Memphis. Lakers versus Timberwolves. Game 3 thriller. Game 4 thriller, actually. And then we have the Fnatic and movie star Koi banger game to talk about as well. And joining me here in this episode of the Cloud9 podcast to talk about the 2025 NBA playoffs and the LoL esports competitive scene is Mr. Blanks. What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, we just need to burn some of these damn teams down. These teams are garbage right now. I'm talking about League of Legends and the NBA. God.
I will say this before we get into everything, because there's a lot to cover, so I don't want to really take too much time doing the whole usual free talk that we usually do, the casual conversation you guys all know enough of the show. Usually when there's so much to talk about, we got to just get right into it. But I will say this.
We just got to stick it in sometimes.
Yeah, you're insane. So usually when there's I don't know, as a fan of a lot of this stuff, you can kind of feel when a lot of the players don't like the situations that they're currently in. And then you usually have to wait until playoffs are over, whether or not your team makes it to the playoffs or not, especially in League 2 where there's, multiple regular seasons and then you have playoffs and all that stuff. I am predicting by the end of this year, there's going to be a very, very big team changes amongst players after Worlds is over and after the NBA 2025 championship is over by the end of this year. We're going to be hearing about some big, crazy news. And I'm thinking, given the fact that, my team, the Lakers, good old Los Angeles Lakers, good old gold and purple, after they potentially might lose to the Minnesota Timberwolves, things are going to be changing again, because we are just absolutely garbage. And it's the crazy thing when I watch this game, it's you're winning the game. The refs are, I guess you could say, debatably rigging the game for the fucking Timberwolves to win. And you're just oh my God, I hate the NBA. I like that it was reported recently that the playoffs of the NBA saw a big increase in viewership. Did feel like chatter around the NBA this year was a lot more bigger. I feel like the narratives were all there. I mean, I still disagree on NBA and ESPN not really giving OKC and Cleveland, a lot of their props, because they had some of the best regular season records ever. And people forget that OKC record from the regular season is one of the best regular season records ever, honestly. So Cleveland Cavaliers and NBA and ESPN just not really ever talking about them, and it's the fuck's wrong with you guys? But I watch NBA on TNT more because I feel like those guys are just way better at their jobs than
they were basketball players. And the issue with the guys on ESPN, they only stick with what people give a fuck about. Or
how many times on NBA and ESPN when you watch it, they're still talking about LeBron versus Michael Jordan? It's
LeBron, Michael Jordan, Lakers,
Steph Curry. All the time.
You remember on Fox Sports what it was skip? It used to be LeBron, Cowboys. Motherfucker, it's off season. You're talking about the Cowboys. They're not even the third best team in their division. You talk about that's why motherfuckers got sick of Skip Bayless. That's why once Shannon left, that show was over.
Like the only person to watch NBA on ESPN for is like Stephen A. Smith, and then he even knows Steam is running out on that contract because he re-upped his contract for I think like 100, 200 some $1 million. And then the caveat to it was he is allowed to talk about politics, and this is something. And I'm sitting there going like, yeah. Stephen A. Smith is going to talk about politics on ESPN, which is primarily for basketball.
His thing is he doesn't try to squeeze it in. He only does it when it comes up. Like the whole thing with the Carmelo Anthony. I saw it because when I first heard the story, I saw the basketball player stat somebody. It was a kid named Carmelo.
Anthony. I thought it was the basketball player Carmelo Anthony, but I was like, no, it's a different kid. Yeah.
It's
crazy. Like, his name is a K, the other one's a C. That's crazy.
Fucked me up. I
was like, Carmelo Anthony, the guy I used to remember from the Thunder. He ain't stabbed no one. That guy is. He looked like he would do it.
I'm about to say, Carmelo with the braids. Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
That's an old. Because
the average thing that a lot of people aren't going to remember about this is like we watch this stuff, guys. We watch basketball or league or whether you guys watch hockey or baseball or football or soccer. We watch this to escape the real world, Steven. We don't watch NBA and ESPN to hear about you talk about how shitty Democrats are or talk about how shitty Republicans are. It's not why we watch this stuff. I watch NBA and TNT more because Shaq and Barkley and the other two guys are really good at not only being entertaining, their chemistry is very, very good. I mean, Shaq and Barkley are always arguing, but that legendary rant that fucking Charles Barkley had talking about NBA and ESPN, and then Shaq was in tears crying his ass off of laughter because he knew all you guys are frauds. All those guys over there are frauds. Literally, OKC is putting up a historic regular season record. I think it's going to matter. I guess you could argue regular season doesn't matter. I'm not debating that.
You know what? People don't care. Oh, yeah. No.
You're fine. Go ahead.
I'm going to dispute the part you're talking about, but no, you go ahead.
Because NBA always has been talking about the ratings are down for the regular season, and it's like you have two teams literally putting up like a historic season. It's like if NBA and ESPN not even covering that, do they value the ratings going up? Actually, like are we going to cover the actual best team? Because you knew this, you watched the games that I did. Lakers weren't good, guys. I like the Lakers a lot, but they were not good. Like they were good for maybe 2 weeks, debatably. Remember, there was that one stretch of games where they literally had either absolute cinema games or they had absolute ass games. Remember that Chicago Bulls game they had? Remember that Indiana Pacers game they had where LeBron literally had to tip the ball in for them to win, only for him to get the stat of like the 8th most buzzer beaters or tip-ins to win a game or whatever. Yeah. At one point, the Lakers games were absolute trash. The only thing that really helped the Lakers bounce back and get better was that trade that the Mavericks did for them. If they hadn't got Luka Doncic, I don't know where the team be at. Maybe the Lakers are in like 8th place, honestly, because they were terrible. Team is bad, okay? Like, talking about them constantly when they were bad did nothing because everyone kind of already knew they were bad, Austin Reeves did help out a lot, carry the team to get some wins, but, I don't know how to help the regular season ratings when the people that are in charge that are supposed to tell you what's going on, that are supposed to promote the best basketball to you, don't talk about the best basketball teams, Like, what are we doing here? The Celtics still were pretty damn good. I mean, they were pretty much stomping most people, but crickets on the team that won last year that basically had the same team. The one team with Drew Holiday and Jason Tatum and all those guys. Crickets on the team that literally just won last year. Good. Thank God Shaq and Barkley are going over there and good Lord, those guys all need to be replaced. Absolutely disgraceful. Holy motherfuck. But yeah, what do you want to say before we go with the games?
Nah, the issue is this. They seen teams do historic things and then not win the championship. All out 2016. Whenever 2016 was the year, if Golden State wins, I think they go to a different direction. I think they care more. But did you Golden State not winning? The whole narrative about LeBron and then the politics. And then that was the same year where politics, you remember ESPN the 6 was they took the Jamel Hill and Michael Smith from His and Hers, who I used to watch their show because they only added politics when sports got involved. Like Jamel more likely would take the whole police brutality thing and why No, we haven't. We have had a distrust of the police for as long as I can remember, because of just all the shit that's going on all the way back to like not slavery time. The was it? It was after Civil War in like 1870s. It's like motherfuckers do not trust the police, because like down south, some of the police officers used to be Klansmen or were Klansmen, and it was like shit. And then it was like you see a white person commit an actual crime, and that whole thing, that whole 2016, when that whole year.
I remember the whole knee thing with Kaepernick was in. Yeah,
Kaepernick in 2017.
Yeah, that one.
That whole thing, and then he got blackballed. People say, "Oh, he was never that good." It's like, that's how I know you motherfuckers don't watch sports. He was a good quarterback on a good team.
Oh, before we go, Gunnar asked you this before we go over the actual things. Gunnar, you saw the NFL draft, right? Remember the controversy with the dude who, the one quarterback who looked like he was a thug, but people say he was very good. Do you think he?
Which one was that?
Oh my goodness, it was to do with the gold chains. I forgot his name.
Sanders?
Yeah. I think Gunnar asked you, what did you think of that NFL draft controversy with that one quarterback that didn't get picked?
He got picked. He got picked in the fifth round by the one team his dad didn't want him to go to. This is so scripted, so goddamn fake. He got drafted to the Cleveland Browns after they already drafted the quarterback. They're probably going to have him in there. Then they're going to trade him off or not play him. Let us stock deplete. Like, this is one of those things where NFL's like, we don't want him in the league anyway. He's, this. He might be the best talent in the room, but it's one of those things where they're trying to blackball him without blackballing him. So it's like, you don't got it's kind of like, oh, we're gonna help you like this. It's one of those things where they're using a bunch of buzzwords now, where it's like, and it's like, oh, we're not racist. No, we never say racist. We're saying ignorant. There's two things. You can be ignorant, not racist. Then you can be racist and that's if you're ignorant. If you're racist,
I guess you just vice versa, or you could be both.
Yeah, you can't be you can't be racist and not ignorant. You can be ignorant and not racist. But the whole point is, like, the team that needed them got other quarterbacks. Like the Saints needed them. They got some white dude that's like 26. They rather take someone that's been in the NFL with injuries. It's one of those things where they're trying to prove a point. Like, it's part of it is Shador not being likable in the interviews, either not being professional or. But the thing is, everyone has different reasons, but none of them are like in a sense where it's like, sometimes people,
this is how I would phrase it for me.
Yeah.
It's like, all that matters is if he can play good. All that matters is play.
That's the thing.
How he presents himself is pretty irrelevant, because I'll be honest with you guys, if you've watched traditional sports of any kind, there's always going to be that one person that stands out as some weirdo, or it's like that's their shtick, is that's who they are. I'll be honest with you, that's what some of these leagues need now. They need a kind of person like that.
They do, but at the same time, they're trying to prove a point.
Because if in sports the mindset is all that matters is how well you play, it really should be irrelevant how he acts.
Yeah, but some of these owners don't like someone who too braggadocious and too confident in themselves. They're like, we're humble, and like now he's going. Is he going to bend the knee and be this player for us, or is he going to think he did everything? He never came off better than anybody. He was just like, it's like he didn't want no bullshit, but the NFL owners want you to believe the bullshit. That's why when Cam Ward first, this whole. The two quarterbacks that got drafted in the first round, Cam Ward going first. I said this motherfucker is Anthony Richardson 2.0. Everything that's wrong with Anthony Richardson is wrong with Cam Ward, but Cam Ward has a better upside. Him going to Tennessee makes no sense. They just drafted a quarterback like 3 years ago, let him go, and then drafted another quarterback. He sucks. Cam Ward is not going to. Guess what? Tennessee's going to be drafting a quarterback in like 5 years. Like, that team is so goddamn awful. It's like they're trash. Who else? No, if I'm Fedor, I'll try to get my way out of Cleveland, try to get to a team that actually needs a quarterback. Oh, he's going to the Giants. No, first of all, he wouldn't have worked to the Giants because I know how that owner is. Those old white owners, those are guys that like they want a black person that's African American. And what that means is they want a Tom Dubois. They don't want a Riley. They don't want a they don't want Sung Dipset. They want Tom Dubois. They don't want a nigga talk about stop him in the nuts. They don't want that motherfucker. Like, and that's the part. Part of it is Shador. I mean, Shador did call as a little brash, and some of those people like didn't like it. And the biggest issue I would have saw was him. If you look at the thing, that first year in Colorado, it did not look well. That was more because that team was already trashed before they got there. They're better now, but like the thing is, Shador is one of those that can sit behind somebody for 2 to 3 years and then develop. Because all you need is the quarterback to be good for at least 10 to 12 years. If you have that, you're good. But some of these owners are like some of these owners do not want to say that they don't want a black person as a quarterback, or they don't want someone that's braggadocious. You don't want that overly confident person. The person like,
or someone that could come off like super unprofessional.
Yeah, or it's like,
okay, keep in mind, some of these guys are going to be getting sponsorship deals too, and like you have to do ads and commercials for all that shit. So I guess from their point of thinking, it's like, hey, is this person like someone I can actually bet like my whole fucking sponsorships and my team on? It's like I don't usually think about the things. I think about, hey, can this person give me a good football game? Can this person potentially get me to a trophy? All that shouldn't matter. But as we know, that's what people say they want. But then again, the intricacies and the ins and outs of it.
As well as he did want to perform at the combine. The combine is just nothing but like a big old show where like the slave lord is like, look at this guy. This guy looks good, muscle. It's just like one of those like things back in the day where they just gawk at you. It's like, oh, look at him. It's like it's just another thing for them to like rate you on if you're good at that. Sometimes it's like, holy shit. It's like sometimes like if you already know if you want somebody before they even get to the combine. That's me, yeah. It's like,
all right, let's go over some of these games. I want to make sure Gunnar got that take from you because I didn't know too much about it, and I didn't want to just be, saying something that
NFL full of shit. The Giants drafted well. The quarterback they drafted, Jackson Dart, I haven't watched him at all. The reason, real quick, the reason why I said I didn't want Shador with the New York Giants is because the pressure, not the pressure of what he has to live up to, but I know the way they are that anything he does will be critiqued to the point of no return. And it's one of those things where I'd rather have him on a team where if he wins a Super Bowl, it's not part of a legacy, he's creating a legacy. I'd rather, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be the player that helped create a legacy, that start a legacy, than be part of it, like, in a sense.
Like you're looking for like a legacy, like a franchise player, essentially.
Pretty much,
rather than like, maybe like a 1 year or 2 year kind of guy.
No, pretty much like give me somebody like Giannis who I feel like I could build around, and then or like someone or Jokic that helped bring Denver Nuggets their first championship. Like Shador actually would have been good on Jacksonville, or maybe Cleveland. The issue with Cleveland.
I wanted to also say this too before we go over the games is Scottie Pippen Jr. being on the Grizzlies.
Yeah,
it was crazy how the NBA and ESPN barely ever covered him.
Yeah,
feels like it's just he's gonna have the same legacy. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride kind of thing. Like this guy's not bad. Scottie Pippen Jr. is pretty solid.
No,
right?
Those are two separate things. Scottie Pippen Jr. wasn't looked at all.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's not bad. Not bad player at all.
His father was. He just got drafted to a good situation, and you realize he was a great player, but he The old Michael Jordan never helped me become a leader. You're not supposed to have someone help you become a leader. You're supposed to become a leader on your own.
Yeah,
that was the issue. That was the issue.
Leaders are usually like naturally born kind of thing. We usually have those.
Not even naturally born. They develop through adversity. You were given 2 years. Or
his legacy hinged basically on like, okay, if you could win without Jordan, you'd be almost more legit, but he didn't, and it's like, oh shit. Imagine in a world that he wins without Jordan, and you're thinking like, oh shit, hey
if
man.
he wins without Jordan while on the Bulls, not on anybody else. That's this thing too. If he would have won that year, even if they got to the finals or lost to Houston. Instead of Knicks getting to the finals, it was Chicago that got to the final. And Chicago lost. They would have looked at it and they might have like saying Michael would have came back. There might like Jerry Krause might have been hesitant to take Michael back. It was like, oh, we kind of won without you, kind of thing. They probably still take him back, but it's like that whole hesitant. Sometimes like. When I do something without you, sometimes I'll be hesitant to take you back if they can realize that they don't need you. But once they realized Scottie Pippen was good but not great, it was like, oh shit, okay.
Let's go over the 2025 NBA playoff bracket. This also needs to be updated from today's games as well. So I actually did watch a little bit of the Cleveland Cavaliers and Miami Heat series. I don't think there's any real possible way Heat win a game, just being honest here. I think the Heat won a game, right? Have they? I think they might have. No, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
Oh, they were getting. I mean, there was one game they maybe sort of could have won, but they didn't, and that probably was their only shot at winning a game. I think it was game 2. It was game 2 they almost could have won. But I remember I watched the games of the Cavaliers and the Heat, and when the one caster was like, I think Miami's running out of heat. Yep, their year's about to be over when they play again. Their year is over. Pacers, Bucks, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't really have any interest in watching this series, honestly, because Giannis is just getting like no help at all, and it's just depressing as fuck.
Yeah, and Dave just tore the ACL. He's out. He came back for what?
The other best player's out. Shit.
Yeah, and then he traded away the third best player. It's like, oh, okay. For
you always got Kyle Kuzma. You always got that guy.
0.0 rebounds, 22 minutes. Fuck out of here.
Knicks versus Pistons. Knicks extended as today to the 3-game win streak on their part.
3-1. They're up 3-1 now because they won game 1, lost game 2, won both games in Detroit. Surprise! Like I thought it was gonna be 2-2. I thought it was gonna be 2-2.
Same here. Yeah, given how the refs have been working, I thought it was going to be an even series. But no, Knicks have it 3-1. And one more win for the Knicks. They're moving on to semis. And that means you guys would face the Celtics if they beat the Magic.
Boston. Boston, because Boston's up 3-1. Yeah, Boston. Yeah, Boston beat.
So the thing with the Magic series, the reason why I said 4-1 is because I watched a few of the Magic games in the regular season. It didn't feel like they're not good, but it feels like they don't just roll over and die. There is some decent players on there. But like, I knew they'd win at least one game based off how I saw them play, but I just don't see them guys winning the series. I don't. It's going to be a 4-1, which,
because Orlando ran out of Magic.
No! Damn it. Even without Jason Tatum, guys, the Celtics, despite what NBA and ESPN never covering them, even though the defending champions, they're still pretty fucking good. So,
like Shannon Sharp and that white girl. Too deep. Nope. Too soon.
The puns are too hard. Damn it. So then we have a Western Conference.
Real quick about the Pacers and the Bucks. The Pacers up 3-1 on the no, right now the Pacers are beating the Bucks. Yeah.
Shit. Goodbye, Bucks. Yeah. We had hope for you. We
seriously had hope. I had no hope in them niggas. I knew them motherfuckers.
Oh, God, man. When I talk about the Lakers game, guys, you guys are going to see me just fly off the rails. I fucking hate my team so much. Just let me die in peace. Just end it. Like, literally, stop prolonging my death. Just literally throw me on the ground and stab me in the freaking heart. But just a second. Okay, so Memphis.
We'll talk about OKC last.
Okay. So we'll do the Rockets Houston one. We'll do the Rockets and the Warriors one. I'll be honest here. what you said earlier about them having a good regular season and not being able to translate, outside of a few players that they have, doesn't look like they're going to be winning the series, guys. Like the Warriors look like they're about to, honestly, Warriors are probably going to take this 4-1. Honestly, Houston, great regular season.
I would say 4-2. I would say.
You think it's going to be a 6-game series?
That's what I think it's going to do. I think Golden State's going to win it. I think they're going to win at home. They're going to go up 3-1. But this time, they're not going to lose in 7. Houston's going to win Game 5 at home. And then they're going to lose Game 6. If Houston does not win another game, yeah, they need to trade those players that they were talking about trading for KD. Houston just doesn't have the experience. They have the talent, but not the experience.
Yeah, it also feels like there's no real leader on their team. It feels like they're just composed of like deep, like you said, talented players, but no like actual guy to be like, okay, this is what we're gonna be doing to win these games. It feels like they're just kind of relying on raw talent to win, and like that can get you far, like you said. But it's like they have Jalen Green, they have Amen Thompson, they have Sengun, but it's like
Sengun not a leader yet. Asir Thompson or Ben Thompson, one of those twins, not a leader yet. Jalen Green to crash out. Frederick Lee to crash out.
Steven Adams could be a decent big man.
Steven Adams, yeah, but he hasn't been good in years. Their top 3 players on the team are crash outs. Like Frederick Lee, Dylan Brooks, and Jalen Green. And what I mean crash out is you get them pissed. They're a bunch of light-skinned niggas. Like, and what I know about them is you get them pissed enough, don't crash out.
What is wrong with you? Oh my god, man.
We see Dylan Brooks out here acting all trollish and shit. Motherfucker. Like,
it feels like their mentality. If when I was watching them in this series, I watch every game so far. It feels like whenever the Warriors are up and they're actually definitively winning the game, it feels like their mentality just breaks. Like they have no idea about what to do when they're down maybe like 20, down maybe 25, down maybe 10. Because they're breaking down when they're down 10. 10 points. You know, easiest to make 10 points in this league now? You can easily run up and do a layup, get a foul, and make some free throws.
You know why? Because they got the same mentality as the 2018 team. These motherfuckers want to keep making threes, keep missing them. Their issue is they don't have an identity outside the 3-point shot. They see Seguin, whatever. He's the only guy that's going to get a bucket this side. The issue is once you start forcing him to make outside shots, the motherfuckers can't hit. It's like, oh shit, we can't shoot. We ain't shit. We do these motherfuckers.
Zach 80 is a better big man than the big man on the Rockets.
Nah.
You think so?
Nope, that's not even close. Zach 80 he's just too slow. He's too big, he's too big and too slow. That's his issue. Damn. Zach 80 would have worked in the 90s.
He'd be a great player in the 90s, honestly.
Like, or even early thousands, like him versus Yao Ming would have been legendary.
Just for the Rockets, you know, that inexperience that everyone kept saying would be their problem going into playoffs, you're definitely seeing it here.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, I don't see a world the Warriors lose a series. I'm thinking it's just going to be a
injury. That's the only way the Warriors lose.
I mean, they had to injure Jimmy Butler. They had to do that.
And guess what?
They injured Jimmy Butler. That didn't even matter. They just beat their ass again.
Yeah, because guess what? Steph Curry finally
they're over here literally graping Curry on the court, and he's just always making his threes. That's how you know that you're blatantly cheating, and the guy is still so good. He just in your face destroying you. Just GOAT status. Just GOAT status. So yeah, I'm saying 4-1. I just don't believe in their mentality long term in a series. Even not 4-1, they're not making it to 7. This is not going to be a 7-game series. I'll be honest here. Next one, talk about Lakers, Timberwolves tonight. Timberwolves are now 3-1 up. Lakers have to win 3 straight. I will say this. This game that they lost looked better than the ones they lost previously. Yeah. But here's the problem. The game that they won was sloppy as hell. All the casters were like, man, that game was awful. That game was terrible. This should mean, debatably, I don't know how they won that game, but they did anyway. But god damn, this is bad. Like, they're up 10. Most of this game, they're actually up. Most of the game. They're up most of the game, honestly. Then there were some plays here I want to show you guys that were happening. Oh my goodness. I don't usually like saying like games are rigged, but god, holy mother of fuck, are some of these games just woo, damn, just god, fuck, man. There's a play me and Chaz watched where one of the dudes on the Timberwolves basically elbowed LeBron to the back of the neck.
Oh, Rudy Gobert.
It wasn't a foul, and it wasn't a foul called. Are you serious? Are you serious? One guy, I think, blatantly hit Doncic in the mouth, knocked him down, and that's not getting called a foul.
Yeah.
What in the hell? Oh my goodness. You guys need to see this shit. I can't play the audio really because it's NBA stuff, but I just want you guys to see this. Just look at this. LeBron disagrees with this foul call. Hand is part of the ball. That's what they say. So let's look at this. It rolled up his knee. Anthony Edwards, this all dirty, stinking gorilla. I mean, he played pretty good tonight. Fuck him.
No, he did, but he
played really good tonight.
He's a true N-word. Why
are you like this?
You know this motherfucker did? Got a woman pregnant. He's like, oh, I'm not gonna be there for the kid or with you, but I'm gonna give you the money now. Don't bother me. And he said, I'm gonna give you 18 years worth of the money and then leave me the fuck alone. I was like, oh shit,
that's a real true black man right there, not being there for his kid. I can believe it.
He said he didn't want to have nothing to do with the woman or the kid. He said,
but that you know what's crazy? That won't get media coverage that a black man didn't want to be there for his kids. A rich one. It
did for like a total of 48 hours. It's like
48 hours.
At least, but guess what other women said? Oh, at least he gave her the money up front that she don't have to ask him.
Like Anthony Edwards, like, hey, he's because in the regular season, Julius Randle was a little off and on. Julius Randle in the playoffs has been coming up pretty huge for them.
Yeah,
Julius Randle been laying it down
because he's no longer the first option.
Yeah,
that's what he needed. He needed not to be the first option anymore. Because once he's no longer the first option,
like LeBron, he's I think he's still a bum James Jr. But goddamn, was he having? Damn, there was a part I think of game 3 where they actually could have brought it to overtime. Multiple games, the last like 2 games could have been brought to overtime. So LeBron makes like 3 threes in a row. Austin Reeves gives it to him one more time for a 3, and then LeBron makes a turnover. Makes a damn turnover. Oh my god, you fucking stinky animal! Might as well put in your fucking son, who's garbage. Honestly, holy mother! I want you to see what this is. Look at this. Okay, so they're on the free throw line, get ready for the ball to come back to them. Look at that. What is that?
Nah, see right there.
That you could actually really hurt someone doing that. That's an elbow to the back of your neck. Like, god damn, how is that not a foul? I don't care for LeBron that much, but I'd be pretty mad.
Yeah, a lot of times I'll criticize LeBron. Like LeBron,
but that one you got to all right.
Nah, fuck. See, but that one I'm like, nah, fuck that. Freshman, you got to fight outside. You got to catch all these hands. Nah, fuck that. See,
so many rigged ref calls in this game. Like the Lakers, keep in mind, they should have never lost this game. The Lakers were definitely stronger this game, but they still lost it. Now they have to win 3 straight. Can you guys just put me out of my misery? Can you guys just literally throw me on the ground and just stomp me out and diddy me and just fucking put me out of my misery, please? I'd rather just go out in the first round than get ass
LeBron James did it again. I mean, can LeBron James do it again?
I mean, what we're told is this is the most clutch player of all time, next to Steph Curry. Is he the most clutch player of all time, guys? Because if he can't win, literally, I'd rather just go out right now and then get laughed at than play the Warriors or the Rockets next round, and we're actually going to get destroyed by one of those two. That's not debatable. They're going to get railed by one of those teams. Like, yikes. Not good. That is bad. Walter says, I'm not a huge Edwards fan. Yeah, he's a true dirty animal, in my opinion. I hate how the NBA is so desperate for an American superstar that they're pushing Edwards. I think Paulo Banchero is better, but on a less popular team. That's true. True as well. Oh my god. Jeez. I hope Ant is okay. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, and keep in mind, like people are like, oh, Anthony Edwards blocking LeBron. LeBron is 40, guys. I hope the fucking 28-year-old man can guard a 40-year-old. Yeah. Congratulations.
The call that did happen against the Knicks.
Stupid. These calls are completely gay.
That's hard to commit a foul, but from the angle, if you just did, yeah.
Oh, there was there have been so many fights. There was one with the Clippers and Nuggets with the James Harden who pushed Joe
punch.
Cage.
He punched somebody. James
Yeah,
Harden looked like he was back in LA, like
God,
Compton style. He threw the hands up too damn quickly. I was like, okay, this buff.
I've seen Braun do it already. Dorian Finney-Smith on the Lakers coming back from a 3-1.
This is 2016, and motherfucker don't got Kyrie.
This is 2025 now, guys, and they don't have Lakers don't have a good set. People like Jackson Hayes or the other guy we have now, the guy who wears the mask. Fucking is his name? I forgot his name.
I don't give a fuck.
That fucking dude who wears the fucking mask. Yeah. These guys are not good big men.
No, first of all,
these are not decent.
He don't got Kevin Love to get rebounds or Kyrie to bail him out.
Oh, Hachimura. Is it Hachimura? No. Is it him? I think it's him. I'm pretty sure. It might be him. These are not good big men. Where's the centers on this team? All we have is Austin Reeves, Dalton Knecht, Jackson Hayes, Hachimura. God Lord, I'm not saying Bronny's name. Luka and LeBron. Where's our big men? James Vanderbilt.
Jared Vanderbilt, yeah.
Like, where's our centers? What is this team? People have been saying the Luka and Anthony Davis trade was the beneficial trade for the Lakers. Lakers lost one of the biggest guys, what's the most active dude on the team. A big guy who can shoot threes, play defense, get up in the paint, block dudes. You serious? Did we really win on that trade? Just saying. I mean, yeah, Luka's been a great addition. I'm not saying that. He's a nice player to have for many years to come, but losing Anthony Davis has been really hard on some of these games. But God damn. Please put me on my misery. Please, Timberwolves. Just if we pull off a reverse sweep, I'll be like, cool. Can't wait to lose round 2. Because let's just magically say LeBron pulls off a reverse sweep. They win round 2 and they get to the Western Conference Finals. I can believe they win the Western Conference Finals. There's no way.
Round 1 to beat Minnesota because they're not winning round 2.
Oh yeah. You're right. Even if they did pull this off, can I just be? Well, when's the next time they play? The last game the Lakers play.
The crazy part about it, if the Lakers do win, they might have to go against Golden State round 2.
Oh, please kill me now.
That's a home field advantage.
You're right.
They'll have home field advantage over because Golden State.
Don't have to travel too much. Of just being Golden State and San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Instead of LA.
Oh my goodness.
LA and Houston ain't far either. That's not.
Next up, Game 5 at home. That home court advantage. They got destroyed in the home court advantage in Game 1. That didn't help anything. They got actually blown out like their assholes wide open, Adriana Chedick style.
Yep.
God, Anthony Edwards is such a damn freaking Caesar Planet of the Apes looking animal. But god damn. Oh god, I hate this team sometimes. This team is such a fraud. We're so boosted.
Yeah.
Please kill me now. All right, Denver Nuggets Clippers game. Just great series back to back. Jokic had a shot. He had a 3-point shot, and then one of the other players made it. They dunked, wrapped, and tied the series up.
Yeah,
you could easily see the Clippers. I mean, it was that guy Gordon. He tried going after Harden, trying to get a cheap shot in their little fight. I'm like, you fucking little sneaky bitch. But James Harden can be a little bitch sometimes too. Like Kawhi Leonard, he took most of the regular season off. He's really putting in a great performance right now. Hopefully that can go all the way. But Jokic, he made the shot, missed it, but he had one of the players on his team clutch it up for himself, which is good. This series is probably going to go 7 games. Honestly, it's going back to Denver for the next game, right?
Yeah.
He goes back to Denver. Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, definitely a nice pair to see. 2 dirty animals fucking each other in the ass. So, great series. 2 monkeys going at, man.
Jesus Christ.
You said true in. I hate you. All right. Oh, so OKC, Memphis out. Memphis is done. 4-0 sweep. So
butt fuck.
God.
Game butt fuck. Just nothing but just straight up the ass. The last one was close.
I have to, man.
Game.
That game 3. My God. So
these motherfuckers up by 27.
They were up. That Morant, that's his name Morant, right?
Yeah, John with Morant, because he got nothing but the guns. This motherfucker was out there, had a celebration where he was throwing grenades into the audience, into the crowd. That was his celebration after he get a shot, throw a grenade, and put his hand over his ears.
The freaking! I think the Memphis did him dirty when he didn't want to be on camera. It's crazy how he didn't want to be on camera, but went to the game, but whatever, right? Yeah. And then they just switched angles.
Yeah,
like Morant put them in such a great position. There is literally no way you should lose that game. There is literally, guys, I'm not shitting you. OKC actually didn't bring the game back until like, I don't know, mid fourth quarter. They were literally that far behind. Even if Morant's out, even if he is, he put them in such a great position. He's probably thinking, all right, I'm injured, but I got us up like, I don't know, we're up like, what, 30, 25, something like that?
Yeah.
There's absolutely no way you should throw a lead like that. That is borderline disgusting about how badly they threw that game. And once they threw that game, which was almost for sure winnable, you knew they weren't winning the fourth one. And the fourth one was close, but it's like, you know, OKC just ended up clutching out because their team is just way better. That's just how it works when you have the MVP and you have all the best shooters and best players in the damn league. So, yeah, once they did win game 3 with a lead that big, you're just like, fucking hell, this team is trash. Like, literally, how do you throw a game when your best player puts you in such a comfortable position to win?
Because no one else on that team to score over 25 points.
You're like, well, they got Scottie Pippen Jr. It's like, well, he came alive. Where was he in the other two games?
He was like the fourth best player on the team.
That's where was he in the other games?
No. Fuck all. Scottie Pippen Jr. is on the bench. Where the fuck is Jaren Jackson Jr.? Where the fuck is Desmond Bain? Zach Edey? You got all these motherfuckers on your team, and none of them niggas, like none of them players show up. That's
what happens when your team relies on just one guy. That's it. But yeah, that's it. So the next game,
the starters for
Oh, just talk for a second. I'm just gonna get a drink.
Yeah, like Scottie Pippen Jr. took in place for what do we call it? John Morant, because he wouldn't be starting over John Morant if John Morant was healthy. Zach Edey, like, damn, Scottie Pippen was plus minus 9. Oh my god, it's bad.
So, arguably, debatably, does OKC beat whoever wins out of the Nuggets Clippers series? That's the big thing.
They don't have the experience over these two teams, but they have the players.
If the Clippers beat the Nuggets and they beat OKC, woo! Are we thinking that they could potentially? Because a lot of people are thinking this is a championship team, and it's like, I don't know about that. Clippers have had quite a bit of hyped up teams in the past.
Clippers have had a championship team for the last 5 years. They got nowhere. Their best year was 2021, and both Paul George and Kawhi got injured. And then next year, Kawhi was still injured. Paul George was good. And in 2023, I think that's what they got. James Harden. But Kawhi, yeah.
The Clippers are the Clippers, so no. Yeah, that's the thing here is, and you could debatably say they're the best, like, California team, if you really want to really say that, next to the Warriors. But
I'm putting the Warriors over Clippers.
You probably could, yeah.
If the Clippers actually win, I can't put them over.
Yep, just like with Vitality. Unless Vitality literally lift trophy, I'll believe in you again. But then again, what's more? What could happen more? Team Vitality lifting a trophy, or the Clippers getting an NBA trophy? What's more probable? Neither, because they both will never win anything. You know,
more probable.
You know what's crazy is that if the Lakers or the Warriors play in the Clippers stadium, that's more trophies in that stadium than the Clippers have ever won.
That's more championship appearances than the Clippers ever had. Think about it. When Denver goes to the Clippers, Denver got more championship appearances. Denver only been to the finals once. Yeah, that was the year they won.
Mm-hmm. Like, they haven't won since. Yeah, it's been a long ass time since they've been there.
No, it was only 2 years ago. No, Denver had
minus outside of that. It's been they've had not many finals appearances, right? Outside of the last two they've had. Yeah,
I don't think Denver. No, Denver had never been to the finals before 2023.
Oh, okay.
They've been to the Western Conference Finals twice. One was Carmelo. I definitely know they was Carmelo. One of the years, definitely lost the Lakers.
And like you just said, updates: Pacers versus Bucks, Game 4, 112-93.
Yep, it's as good as over. The Bucks have nobody. I feel so bad for Giannis. If I'm Giannis, I'm trying to get the fuck out of
there. I think when this playoff bracket was announced, I think Chaz Dimmy was like, "Yep, Pacers in 4." I'm like,
I said Pacers in 4 or 5. I said the Bucks might get one at home.
They did get one. They did get that one.
I said Pacers 4 or 5. I don't like the Pacers, but I have no faith in the Bucks. Like the Bucks are a team where I'm like, that 1 year they won, I'm like, them motherfuckers got lucky because Kevin Durant's feet are like 2 inches too big. If Kevin Durant his feet were like 2 inches smaller, let's go to the final, then I think they beat Phoenix.
Walter says OKC might actually go to the finals because while the Nuggets and the Warriors have the experience, I don't think either have the bench to outlast OKC. So
Denver does, but they don't have the firepower.
Lillard is feared.
It doesn't matter
tonight.
It doesn't matter. Lillard beat the fuck up to have that blood clot. It doesn't matter. Achilles, if he has a torn Achilles, he's as good as done. Like that's
this man is crazy.
Just stick a fork in him. No. Can you tear your Achilles? You just sit out the rest of this season. Sit out next season. Just come back in 2027. Don't even
I would say this: OKC will have a much more tougher opponent that they're going to have to face out of this round and whatever Memphis was cooking up, because they were cooking up bad. That was some burnt chicken they were cooking up to serve.
Yeah,
that game one, I just watched that for comedy. That people have to go back. If you just don't like basketball, watch OKC versus Memphis game 1 of playoffs. That is just an absolute stop.
It was 68-36 at halftime.
So fuck. Just airtight. All holes plugged up.
You know the crazy part about it? Memphis didn't score 60 into the fourth quarter. Or what OKC scored in the first half took Memphis 4 quarters to get to. Because they only had 63 by the third. And then guess what OKC did in the third quarter? Oh, you're going to score 27? We're going to score 44. Them motherfuckers went from 68 to 112. It was 112 to 60. It was 112.
That game was 60. Just an absolute slaughter.
It was 49 points at the end of the third quarter. I thought that shit. I was like, yeah, nope. If I was in OKC, I would have left after the third quarter. I'm like, nah, let's beat the fucking traffic.
If I was in the audience watching the game, I'm leaving after the first quarter. I didn't pay 90.
No, I'm leaving after. No, this is what I do. You always want to stay to the third quarter if it's a blowout,
motherfucker, you said they were down 40 points in the third quarter. I'm out.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. Because sometimes because you got to see if they give away free food. Sometimes they'll give away free food, and you go to the concession, you get it, and you just walk out. They don't care if you leave as long as you don't break stuff in. It was like it was 36. It was 68. It was 112 to 63. Yeah, it was 49 points at the end of the third quarter. I'm gone. I'm like, say if I have kids and my girlfriend was there, nope, we're going home. The only reason why you stay at halftime because they still have a chance.
They fired their coach for a reason. Now Denver, on the other hand, still puzzles me. Dude, it just looks like Jokic just coaches the team. He looks like he just is the coach.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
What was the season? Coaches randomly fired, players man, it was wild that season. Great season to come back to. But there is one thing that always
after Lucas got traded. The ratings went up again. Conspiracy? Yes, I think so.
But we know the Heat is running out of heat. It's over. So goodbye. Yeah. You can get out. That's pretty much it. We'll have more of a updated, way we're going to talk about the NBA playoffs coming up on Thursday with the Cloud9 podcast again. That will be when you'll know most of these results. Either the Lakers are going to stay in it or they're going to be out, because the next time they play, just if you're going to do it, just put me out of misery. Just go out round 1. Everyone's going to laugh at us. And I'm not one of those Laker fans where it's like, oh, yeah, we're just going to win. No, I hate when people just can't accept reality in front of their face. This is not a good team. I don't know. All these games are proving this. I don't know if you people have been watching the games. This team is a bunch of frauds. All right. We got LeBron. We got LeBum James. We have Austin Hack. We have Luka. And then you got Jackson Hayes and Hachimura. That's what we got. But hold the press, guys. We got LeBum James Jr. here, ready to come and save the season. Oh, fuck off. Oh, you guys can suck a fucking dick hyping up that guy. Fuck that dude. Yeah, I can't wait to see LeBron James' son subbed in to do what? Score 3 points that are only going to be free throws. He's going to get fouled. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I have to look forward to watching Lakers. Can't wait till they put in Bronny James.
That's still better than Kyle Kuzma. Fuck, hey, 3 points and 3 points.
Crazy. It's so easy to get free throws. You just dribble, get a layup, get fouled, free throw. Free.
No, Kyle Kuzma couldn't even get fouled. That's how bad he was. That
motherfucker. That's trash.
This was the score. This was the final score of each of the OKC Memphis Grizzlies game. Game 1, 131-80, 51-point win for Thunder. Game 2, 118-99. Grizzlies scored more. It took them 3 games to get to 100. Game 3 on the road, Thunder win 114-108. It's getting closer. Like I said, it's gonna get closer. And then that was the game. That was the game where Memphis was up. It was 77-51 at half. OKC's getting their ass kicked by 26 at half. Third quarter, but guess what? Ja gets injured in the second. Guess what? Memphis can't score. OKC scored more points in one quarter, in the third quarter, than Memphis did for the rest of that game 3. They scored 31 points in the second half. OKC scored that in one quarter.
You know, like if we're going to put it into perspective, you know, OKC's 68-14.
Yeah.
Grizzlies were 48-34. Like it was debatably a first seed against an 8th seed, if we're being honest. That is like what a first seed should look like against an 8th seed. Honestly,
that was a definitive first versus 8th seed, a definitive 20 games.
Could you imagine if the Mavericks actually faced the Thunder? That would have been a slaughter. Oh my God!
They wouldn't have got blown out by 50, but they would have been losing by 20. It would have been like 121-104. It would have been like that 4 games straight. Like
rewind the show back about 20 minutes ago. Chaz gave his perspective on it. I didn't know too much about it, so I didn't want to, talk about something that I wasn't too knowledgeable on. I don't
real quick. Shedeur Sanders dropped a lot further than he supposed to. I definitely go back to watch the full one. Shedeur Sanders got screwed because people don't like his father for being black, being a proud father, and they're trying to make narratives about Shedeur where we don't know if they're true or not. Like we don't know if they're true. Biggest thing I can say is if you're in professional interviews, people will use that against you. Or if you're too confident in yourself, people will try to paint a narrative against you. That's the biggest thing I'm gonna put. But definitely go back and watch. That whole shit was crazy. But honestly, this was a weak draft for quarterbacks. None of these quarterbacks are like, I need to take him in the first round. None of the quarterbacks should have got drafted in the first round. None of them, in my opinion. None of them were, in my opinion, were great enough to go out in the first round. Second round, yes. Third round, definitely. But not first. Yeah, I'm going to just leave it at that.
Oh, one more thing to talk about, because this was actual history in this game 4, despite the Lakers losing it.
Yep.
The Lakers used the same 5 players for the entire second half versus Minnesota. They are the first team to use the same 5 for an entire half in a playoff game since 1997.
No one gives a fuck. All right, cool.
That was the only thing that you can talk about the entire game, because that was the only thing.
This is the kind of stats that motherfuckers be like, oh, look, it's
also that's bad against the Lakers. That means that shows that they have no bench. I mean, everyone knows their bench is terrible.
They got a bench. The issue is you don't want to use players that you don't see as optimal. But no, you can have a bench and then no one gives a fuck about you. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Cam Ward. All right, so we're going to go over some League of Legends stuff. I know you guys really enjoy that. So there was one moment in League of Legends to talk about because it was arguably one of the most entertaining games, most entertaining moments we've had in League in quite some time, and you just really weren't expecting it to come out of the LEC. And we're going to talk about Fnatic versus Movistar Koi Game 3 for the LEC 2025 Spring Split Week 5. So for this week, for the LEC, they chose to do a road show. So they were going to travel to certain places to bring the LEC to. The LCK did this last year when they had a telecom war series, actually. This is something that usually happens for like finals, weekends, semifinals, stuff like that, right? And what made the moment even bigger was the fact that it was in a big crowd, not in a studio. And when you have those kind of moments, the crowd just kind of elevates it more, So you had this amazing moment happen. And this is why people keep saying to Riot, hey, if you're going to have these big series like this, they should be in a stadium. You don't even need like a 20,000 person stadium. 10,000 people were in the one that they're using right now for Madrid, right? And, Madrid is full of Spanish people. I dated a Hispanic girl before, tacos, quesadillas, semolitas, bonita chiqueritas. But to have that moment right there in front of everyone is just, that's going to mean more. Like, imagine if that moment just happened in the studio, like regularly. You'd be like, oh, okay, it's kind of cool. But it's like that it was amplified with it being there. So, I dated Hispanic girls before. They love making food. Well, not Lennon. Her food tastes like shit. But, we'll see where that goes. Let's get to this game 3. So, oh, damn. How do I explain this stuff?
Just burn this weekend. Can we just grab it off the internet? Just grab this weekend off.
Literally, outside of this moment, I am so disappointed in G2 right now. Guys, if I wanted to say to you the things I said to Chaz, if I wanted to go off on G2 in the same way that I went off on G2 to Chaz, talking to him on Facebook, I'd be banned right now, honestly.
Yeah.
Because LeBron made me say things to myself that I
was like, LeBum. That's what I call him LeBum.
I'm so glad we have LeBum James on our team with G2. Yeah, great. Thank goodness G2. All right, so let's dive into this.
This is Matt Cord. No, this is from Saturday.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about this one.
This was a fucking movie.
This is what Martin Scorsese would be like, absolute cinema.
Humanoid.
Oh, humanoid. Why?
This motherfucker hit a million.
Why? Humanoid.
One hit. He did that on purpose. Because he wanted to lose his boy.
He had Zonias. He could use Zonias and auto and win. And he could impress it. Humanoid. Oh, dude, I want to show you this. Oh, before we go to the game. I bookmarked this last night. I need to retweet some of this shit when I see it on Humanoid's
But real quick, Walter. Yeah, Cam Ward. I don't think Cam Ward should have went number 1. And, like, the reason I was saying racist because the whole thing was Cam Ward. I think they look at like certain players and they want to pay a narrative about them. And a lot of times, like a lot of this does. I would say like 30% Shador kind of put on himself, but a lot of it came from his father. I think the whole braggadocious thing. But then some of these owners that needed a team player, they were getting quarterback. But like, you're getting a 26-year-old quarterback. This motherfucker has been in college for 7 years. He's injury prone. He chose it. Like, just like some of these teams, you just need to like the Saints to just catch L's. Just let like the Saints are the Chicago Bulls of football. They haven't been great since that one quarter. No, think about it. Them motherfuckers ain't never gonna be good once Drew Brees left. Like you have said it about Chicago. The Chicago Bulls is forever rebuilding because them motherfuckers have not been good since have not been relatively top 5 since 98. Like they've been good, but they haven't been great since 98. Like, they had Jay Williams. Jay Williams, dumbass, crashed his motorcycle, fucked up his career. Derrick Rose got ran to the ground. Jimmy Butler got ran out of Chicago. And Zach LaVine, I'm just saying, like.
Oh, just want to go over. So here's Humanoid's Twitter profile, LEC Superstar. That's just debatable. That's
I just want to put
Superstar
that
Vinting.
out. Cam Ward is a good quarterback, but just.
I want to show you guys some of these tweets. You guys remove lane swap. It's not that hard, please.
Please.
Buddy, whatever. It's okay. There's a few of these I need to show you guys. All of you suck at this game. I am the only person on this planet who's actually good.
Say that. This is why I can't wait for him. I want G2 to lose. I want Fnatic and Corey to go, or not Corey, KC to go to MSI and get exposed. Like, I want to see Chovy versus Humanoid. I want to see.
I love how this guy. Okay, I'm all for trash talk. Everyone knows I'm the king of trash talk.
I want Deca versus Humanoid. Give me that.
Remember last year? Remember last year at MSI when Genji won the big matchup was Humanoid versus Chovy, and Chovy best mid laner in the world versus the best laning mid laner in the West. I was like, okay, you guys, this is not a matchup. This is a stomp. It wasn't really a matchup to begin with. This guy is literally saying, all of you suck at this game. I'm the only person on the planet who is actually good. Buddy, you haven't won a title since summer 2021.
I love Jordy is like with LSE that motherfucker couldn't even win in the weak ass motherfucker lost. You lost a weak ass G2.
You lost the Rogue split when they had Wonder, Humanoid, Oscar, and Upset. You lost to Rogue. Apparently, that team scrimmed and went 2-26. You lost to a team that went 2-26 in scrims.
Yep.
There was the split. Oh, last year they played the worst finals in existence last year, where they were up 8,000 gold every game against G2. That seriously is the freest finals of all time. G2 didn't want that finals. They don't want to win. By the way, they're playing. They don't want to win.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can have it. You can literally just have your first trophy you haven't gotten since 2019. 2018 summer. You can take it. It's yours. You can have it. No, because that's just who Fnatic is. They're just a bunch of chokers, honestly. So someone said Fnatic should be called CODE, chokers of all time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, Humanoid. All right. I'm bookmarking that tweet, and I'm retweeting that when your ass loses the finals again. This split coming up. Oh, God. I am him. All right? I am him. Him of who? You ain't won shit in the last, you haven't won anything since LEC 2021 summer. You haven't been him at all. You ain't been that guy. But I love those tweets because we're going to get to those very last moments of the game. So the very last moments of the game are basically this base race that end up happening. So, thank you, ads. I love you. Thank you. So we get down to this base race that ends up happening. So let me I want to go slower. Just a little bit. So Fnatic, Koi, back and forth game. They have this fight where the Xayah gets 3 kills. It's weird how people will call upset a KDA player. Guys, Reckless was never going to do that play. Let's just be honest here. Reckless would have never attempted that triple kill play that he did on Xayah. So then, as you guys can see, Fnatic were very, very bad at handling the top side because at one point, Movistar Koi cracked an inhib, and they're about to almost get a Nexus chart off that. Oscar in and goes back. Then Upset and Mickey X decide that they're going to do Baron. Now, keep in mind, you can do Baron with those two champions at that point in the game, but then they're contesting it against a Skarner and a Tristana. Already, it's just like, what?
Yeah.
What? Skarner, and keep in mind, Upset doesn't have his ult. Mickey X actually has his ult still, surprisingly. So right here, just from this moment, you could literally, both of you, walk down there and end this game. You can't. Movistar Koi straight trolls this moment. Them doing Baron's crazy. They actually just grief the game right there. Why would Fnatic's bot lane go to Baron when literally with a Xayah and a Renata Glass, you could end the game with just going with Jace. Jace can easily push down towers this late in the game. It's 53 minutes. Jace can knock down towers easy with his accelerated shock blast and W ability. So this is already just all types of wonky shit going on in this. All this makes like movie star course. This is griefing right here. They literally left their base with their ADC and jungler when they had to defend to go do Baron because they think they can do Baron fast enough to actually save the game. And then they're not even like burning it down really that slowly. And then Mickey X uses this ult, and now his ult's down. And then Yo uses his ult. He stuns Zaya. Remember, he like, why didn't Upset ult? Upset can't ult. He Upset ulted in the fight before. Why they're here makes no sense at all. Fnatic, being retards like usual. And then, all right, Upset's dead. Now they have the Baron. You're like, oh no, game's over. Oscar in, could just keep hitting. It's over, right? Nope, Oscar's dead. You're like, okay, one more humanoid. No, doesn't get it. And the game saved. And you're thinking like, huh? The most wild ending to a game we've had in years. It's been a long time since it happened. So we're going to have to rewatch this. So humanoid right here has
rather just backdoored.
Upset. You look at the Upset's face right there. He's like, man, I'm on a team full of boosted animals. These guys are straight up boosted.
And of course, humanoid got 69 seconds because he's always sucking himself off. Fucking himself. 69 seconds. Oh, Jesus.
Shit. So, humanoid has Hourglass. He has Hourglass right here. It's active. He could just end the game. It's over. Oscar did everything he possibly could have. It's over. Literally Hourglass. He flashes over. Hourglass. Come out of it. Auto attack. Win. He doesn't do it. Legend has it. He's still clicking on Zhonya's to get it to go off. Oh, wait. He didn't click it at all. Because he's just trolling.
Or maybe a dumbass clicked it, but he died before he could do anything.
I thought he said he was him. I thought Humanoid just told me on Twitter he was him. He told me he was that guy.
Yeah, he was that guy. He was the guy that lost him the game. He was that guy. He was that guy that lost him the game.
Oh, shit.
Because he didn't click Zhonya's. He didn't click
literally has Zhonya's right here. And so people are going to say, how would Zhonya's have changed anything? So when you hit Zhonya's, that means because Movie Star Koi is banking on, hey, when we come up, we're going to CC this guy. Well, if he's Zhonya's and he comes out of it and he just literally just autos the Nexus, it's over.
As long as there's not a million there. As long as there's not a million.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is click one time. And
even if Stylus latches onto you, doesn't matter. Your auto still goes off.
Yep.
Crazy ending. And it's only crazy because Humanoid decided to himself he was not going to hit Zhonya's. Remember, I thought he was the best player in the league. He won a trophy in like 3 years. He ain't winning a trophy this year either.
He's not even the best player on his team.
And what made this moment so memorable, big crowd, road show.
The game wasn't even over yet. It was like, it was technically over, but just imagine.
Look at Merwin, fat as fuck.
Just imagine if Fnatic had a ward at the others in
another thing in this game. If you guys look at the damage in this game, Jojo Pion did. Oh my god, this man's just perma running it. This guy did 16,000 damage in a 53-minute game as Silas.
Yeah, nice.
That's bad. That's really bad.
The motherfucking carry. But I'm not like Gwen. That top side carry. That Gwen.
Oh, the Gwen pick was good. It was good.
Yeah, into Gates. Yeah, Oscar got fucked there.
This is just so stupid. Literally, all they have to do in this moment is just go with Jace and win the game. One of these guys goes with Jace, helps auto attack the Nexus, they win. It doesn't matter if Humanoid didn't, Zhonya's. If one of them went down there to just help him, they just win. Yeah. Why Koi is even in that spot makes no sense when they should be defending their base. This is what the LEC is. This was just cinema on all levels. G2 versus Fnatic. Oh, you guys haven't seen nothing yet. I need to show you the actual matchup of the week. G2 versus GX. I want you guys to see this Baron that G2 did in front of my eyes. And I almost actually threw up. I almost was like, damn, these guys are boosted. These guys are actually criminals. This is straight up criminal levels of gameplay. We're talking like Diddy, R. Kelly level of gameplay here. I want you guys to watch this Baron. It was game 3. They did that horrible Baron thing. Game 3.
Yeah, this one, man, I was threw my phone out at work. I was so pissed when I saw this shit. I was like,
this Baron throw. Keep in mind, G2's been picking. So just focus on G2 for a second here. G2 has been picking such awful comps for the last 2 to 3 weeks. It feels like that Mundo draft they tried that
do you
failed.
think they're throwing on purpose? What the we gotta talk about what the fuck is going on with G2.
They've lost 3 series straight. They lost to BDS. They lost to GX. Guys, GX were 1-4.
1-4.
GX look like a team. They might even make playoffs, actually.
Yep.
They're that bad. Isma is that heavy of a player. He's bad. Isma is the definition of a DEI hire failing upwards. How he got a better team after he is the worst jungler in the league blows my mind. That's wild to think about. Like, he has a team, but Yankos doesn't. That's whatever. It's fine. It's fine. G2 had that Mundo.
That's the same thing with LeBron. How LeBron got a team and Ignar doesn't? That's the same thing.
That makes me sad.
These trash ass white boys got these jobs, but you can't give it to Ignar. Ignar actually worked. Think about it, last time Ignar was with Hassama, they won a championship. I'm Misfits. Was it Misfits or was it Ro? No, Misfits.
No, they did very well. They got a bunch of 3rd and 4th places. That was the series they took SKT to 5 games.
Yeah, motherfucker, y'all took SKT to 5 games. Y'all, if y'all gonna get rid of Mickey X, at least get Ignar. He like if LeBron went against SKT right now, they're getting 3-0 sweep.
So my argument is the reason why I didn't want this guy, at least on G2, this is the team I've been supporting the LEC forever. We already know this guy's ceiling. He ain't this. There's no hidden talent with this guy. We know where his ceiling's at. Yeah. I would just rather risk that on a random. I don't know what the random's going to offer me. Might be better than his ceiling. We know this guy is decent in lane, and even that's debatable after watching these last 3 series. His laning phases, like randomly, him and Hansama can get 2v2 kills, but then completely just throw the game. Hansama's definitely carrying this guy in lane. This guy ain't no caller and anything.
That fight, anytime Hansama died, and LeBron could have helped. Yeah, I was like,
oh my god, today, whoo, damn, man was playing Leona like he wanted to go to a Diddy party.
Yep.
Oh my god, LeBron. Like G2's drafts have all been suspect. Like I said earlier, the Mundo one, this priority on Yasuo constantly. What is this? Like, oh my goodness. All right, so there's a part in this game where my brain just broke apart. I want you guys to watch this Baron sequence. This Baron sequence might debatably be one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. So we're gonna replay it back just right here. Let's go a little bit further back.
This was game 2, right?
This is game 3. No, this Baron call. Oh my goodness. So game 1, GX fist them, dug all their shit out. Game 2, GX were winning it. Then G2 were winning it. Then GX were winning it. GX throw it. Then G2 win it convincingly toward the end. Keep in mind, GX could have just 2-0'd them if they didn't throw their lead in game 2. The game 2, they should have just won. But
Jackie. This motherfucking Jackie. He's the reason why they lost. He's the reason why they almost lost the series.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Geez. I want you guys to see what happens here, what G2 does. So G2 do the Baron. Okay, they get right here. Poppy knocks out Skewmond and
Broken Blade. And they're all grouped up. They were just all grouped up. Like, why are all y'all in the pit?
Also, if you're gonna do this, why are you not baiting out Poppy's ult? The only thing that could ruin this is Poppy's ult. You could bait it out. Just bait it out.
Like,
bait it started. Don't fully do it.
It's like they're purposely being ass on purpose. It's like
and then Hansama just locks himself in the pit.
No. This is why he was already deepest in the pit. He was fucked.
Pause.
The issue is this. You gotta realize, Hansama was in the back of the pit. He was gonna probably flash out.
Yeah.
The issue is when No one blocked the Poppy ult.
Yeah, he has flash and ult up. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
No one had the Poppy ult, right?
Mhm.
No one blocked that Poppy ult. Hasama was fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone else just it was all for themselves. Like Rakan couldn't help.
Yeah, it just feels like from every single series of G2 I've seen so far, Caps had that atrocious Aurora game. That Talia game really wasn't that much better, for being honest here. The Orianna one was better only because
this
Jip
was
was
a
kind of just
game on Orianna by
them.
Caps. Yeah, because
this game he could have carried it. The first two games he was sprinting it. Oh my god, those games were sprints. So now in draft, you can't draft Aurora. Apparently, Caps can't play Aurora. You can't play it.
How the Spanish teams won on Saturday, both the Spanish teams.
Oh no!
Like maybe this is part of the contract. Just throw towards the GX teams.
This Baron call. I watched this and I was like, damn, this team. This is the sign of a team that has no.
When I messaged it, I was like, yo, can we just get these? Can we just like? Because LeBron signed for the end of the next year. I was like, can we just avoid the contract right now?
We know that's over the end of the year. That ain't
Skewball too. I was like, y'all got these motherfuckers signed for that. Nah, fuck that.
Skewmon just cost a penny. That's the only reason why they have him. Because Skewmon is like he scaled up in winter and he looked pretty decent in winter. He looked like he just fried his brain. He looks like he just fried on stage. He has no idea what he's doing.
None of these players. I think the only if I'm D2, the only player I might consider keeping is Hasama.
I literally don't know what is this.
Broken Blade looks fried too.
Broken Brain.
Broken Brain and capped out. It's not caps. It's capped out. He's capped out. He's capped. Force cap to retire. Get somebody that can replace him and try to force him out. Caps looks done. I saw this team. I was like, dude, shit like that is gonna make me want to not watch the league anymore. That shit was atrocious.
The problem with LeBron, he's playing heavy engaged champions and doesn't engage. He is legitimately not good. He is bad. He is trash.
That was the issue on BDS last year when they swapped out Crowdy. It was never Crowdy. It was never the issue. Crowdy might have been issue behind the scenes, but not on stage. We all knew who the motherfucking issue was.
Oh, we know who threw that Mad Lions series when LeBron was on Thresh. We knew who threw that series.
Oh yeah, no.
Absolutely criminal.
Yep.
I want you guys. So the Baron was. Oh god, the Baron.
I thought that
the Baron call was that bad. But I want you guys to see what atrocities were in Game 2. This is a series that G2 ended up winning too. No, this game they won. These drafts are bad. Like R1ing Braum Maokai? Do you have Dylan has no confidence these guys can pull off carries. They R1 Maokai and Braum.
Yeah.
All right. Because reasons, obviously. Okay, so I'm gonna try and remember this atrocious game I saw yesterday. What happened in this game? I'll be honest with you guys, I don't remember. My brain is fried. It was that bad.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, game 3. Okay, we'll show you one more moment from game 3. And the thing I'm talking about G2, and I want to be mean, but it's like it's looking like this team is just going through a bunch of growing struggles, like no cohesion, different ideas on how they want to play the game, no idea of what they want to do in the mid game, no idea of how they want to play out an objective. Like, what is going on here? They weren't even this bad last split. They started off great last split, but at least they kind of scaled up with something. This just looks like they're all just kind of falling up. Be honest, it looks like it's all just falling apart. It's just actually sad to see. Like Broken Blade is just perma running it. Guys, Caps today played Gragas mid.
What?
Why?
Also, why the fuck is Broken Blade going Yato game 3? What the fuck? I thought that shit out.
It's supposed to be a lane counter to Gnar, so when he throws his boomerang, you win wall. It doesn't come back, so the boomerang is on a longer cooldown. It's only just a lane.
But y'all can't time it right when Gnar is on Mega Gnar. Y'all always attack when he's on Mega Gnar.
It's one of those counters where it's not literally as long as the player's not fucking silver 5, they can get through it. It's literally not that hard. Plus, Gnar can play from a distance. Plus, Gnar's better in team fights anyway. Also, what is G2's... Okay, so the only knockup they have is Rakan with his I think it's a QW combo he has. And then you have Jarvan. So you have knockups on here, but Labrov doesn't engage on anyone. I don't know who... Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I'm going to show you guys this first blood. This is why you know Jackie's is boosted as hell. So Jackie's is winning the 1v1 on Victor. Just run. Jackie's, you won the lane. Just go. Oh, you son of a bitch.
This motherfucker took 3 tower shots. Just like,
okay. Look, motherfucker just laughing there going, I'm boosted.
I thought that shit. I was like.
This is the team G2 lost to. I want you guys to see what he just did in front of our eyes right there. So this is what a smart laner would do. You get the lane advantage. You knock him down. Laser. Right here at this moment. You back up. You have control of the lane. You recall before he does. So you force him to recall. So correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. I'll tell you what it's about. So Cap's going to recall. Wave pushes into Jackie's. Now he gets more CS. Now Jackie's gets to back with more gold in his pocket. But Jackie's runs under turret, flashes, and then kills himself. Actually, come on there. He stands here when he could literally just not die. Come on, he stands here for like 2 more seconds, taking 2 more towers. Just look at that. Right there. Let me back just a little bit. So he's almost about to kill him. He could easily still get out of this. Flashes. Okay, dude, leave. Just leave. Why are you standing there? What is...
And this is what G2 lost to. That's why I'm like...
G2 lost to is absolute low elo mid laner.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Because they haven't put out... They put out one, like, voice comm, like, I think when they lost to BDS, it was like, yeah, there's something wrong there.
They must have had a harsh week of scrims. I don't know. Like, guys, Isma's a bad player. Like, look at GX's record. They're 1-4. This team is not good.
This is like when good teams lose to bad teams. I'm like, you should not be losing to bad teams. Like,
well, it's not teams this bad. The GX are
no, you shouldn't be losing to any bad team. Any team you know you can prepare for, you lose to them. It's a lot of times it's sudden mental. It's sudden mental in your mind where you don't feel like you're good enough. Like, and that's the thing. You gotta look at these players and like, why are these players losing?
The only player on GX that is actually trying to get them to win is like Lot.
Yeah.
Lot and I think Jun have had like, I guess you could say decent seasons so far. Yeah. Noah is just still not clutch. Like even when
he has to see the way he
played Kaisa. Did you see
he has the skill, but he just doesn't have the game where he was
playing Kaisa. Oh my god! Like, other problems with this guy. Like, he's so fed on Kaisa, he'll like go into team fights and flash against the wall. Like, oh my goodness! I think it was later in the fight. There was like a huge fight where GX basically went it. Okay, so this is one of the fights I wanted to go over. So Broken Blade is attempting to fight Jun and Noah. He gets onto Noah. Okay, so he's trying to single him out. Then Noah just ults away from him because Broken Blade uses all of his CC on Noah. When you know that Kaisa's ult is just something that just shoots her closer to someone so she could just destroy them. And I want you guys to see what just Noah just did right there. Noah, look at what Noah just does. Noah gets up against the wall like some fat fuck. He eats his KFC and flashes against the wall. Yeah. Literally watch what that guy just does right there. Look at Noah. Look what he does. Okay. Flashes for no reason. He should be flashing downward to his poppy. But he, oh God, how Noah, just stop. I know you're not this bad. Stop it, Noah. Yeah. Flash to your carries. What are you doing? Why are you greeting for a Gnar? Whatever. Fucking hell, man. I don't know what's going on with G2. This is terrible. The drafts are bad. The gameplay decisions are bad. Oh my goodness. Like, they played a really good game against Fnatic in game 1. And then on Twitter, G2 were like, another year where we beat Fnatic. Guys, it's just game 1. It's just game 1.
I don't think they have confidence in themselves. That's why they're putting stuff out there. It's like you can look at these. I don't think none of these players have confidence in each other. It's like
also no chemistry. No. If you guys watch the Caps recaps, oh freaking hell!
not even the cap
recaps without
recap. If
caps.
you watch those, if you watch those videos where they're,
I do. I watch the voice com one. Yeah, I watch those.
The voice comms and when they do like the contest thing. I like last year's. Like Yike was nervous, but at least Yike had some kind of build up. These motherfuckers got like Skewball's probably the most. That Fox to me right now. They need to put Skewball on utility non-carry champions. Like stuff like Ivern, stuff where
Skewball just needs to be perma like on those. Ivern, Maokai, Sejuani is what you
he needs to be on those. BB needs to stop just trolling Cass. I don't know.
They're letting Broken Blade cook in the draft way too much.
Yeah, he's cooking it, and the shit ain't good.
Like
Hoffa needs a new support. I'm sorry.
Like you're probably thinking like, okay, this might have worked. And this is why I have the argument of like, I think James had the argument was like, well, if Rise is working in things can always work in scrims, but not transit stage. I'd imagine the reason why they picked Yasuo is because it worked in scrims. Guys, people aren't going to be greeting for kills like that on stage for Yasuo to do that stuff.
Yeah.
That you see in solo queue, all those like crazy Yasuo highlights, the 5v1s and all that stuff. That's not happening on stage. No one's doing that. You know, I truly don't understand what in the world Yasuo is picked for constantly. Like Knock tried doing Knock. Remember when he counterpicked himself against Jace? Remember that? Like, I don't get this priority of certain champions. Like, thank God teams stopped picking Rise, because wasn't that just a scrim buck champion?
Exactly.
Like, oh my God. Let's see. Oh, Fnatic versus G2 wasn't really in the end that much better. I mean, they played a game. The game one was very, very good, but like the rest of the games were just pretty much just mostly Fnatic favored, in my opinion, honestly. And I don't think Fnatic are going to win this either. Fnatic are choke artists, you know. I don't know if Fnatic are winning.
Honestly, I have no faith in these LEC teams. Even Karmic Corp don't impress me.
Oh, Karmic Corp look like they're just hungover from last split. Still,
like they might win just by default because everybody else is just not good. Like,
it's so crazy because I don't think teams really ever caught up to G2's level. G2 just straight up downgraded their roster.
Yeah.
And you could tell they only did it to make, I mean, I'm not saying they did it to make other teams better, but they wanted to kind of switch things up after dominating. And it's like, you could have just swapped out one piece. One piece could change up your whole dynamic, honestly.
Could have just kept the team the same. And then just,
if you want to do support, you could have still just kept Yike, or you could just kept Mickey or swapped out one of them.
No, what you do. You keep the same players for one more year, and then you see if anybody else is able to get better. Because you downgraded too much.
Look at this draft. I want you to look at this. What is this?
Trust me, I saw this.
What is this?
I thought this shit just turned it off. I was good. I was like,
what is? Oh my God! So Gragas used to be a very, very good mid lane champion you can pick. The reason why you don't typically pick Gragas mid is because he gets out kited, and just debatably, be honest, there's much better champions to play mid. That's just to just go without saying. The main reason why you don't pick Gragas mid is because he gets kited. Aurelion Sol literally would just kite him. He just has to press Q, and that's it. He never has to actually interact with Gragas.
This is what I knew. Once I saw Hansama on Misfortune and LeBron Leona, I just left. I was like,
the only
reason
reason why
Pokemon tournament today. That's why I didn't fully watch it. I saw this. I was like,
oh no, I want to show you guys some of these awful gameplay. So like, the only reason why you'd pick Gragas mid is because Caps has no faith in his team to either engage nor properly be able to do enough damage. That's the only reason why you pick this. Because why would Caps be playing Gragas mid? That's like something you give a mid laner. Like fucking, what's the mid laner on Dia? No, the mid laner on Dignitas. Like that. This is something you give to like Palafox on Shopify Rebellion. That's the only thing you give. Broken Blade never made an impact on Aatrox. Hansama getting caught out on Misfortune. Why is Hansama pushing up this far with no vision? It's just all bad. Lebrov out here just brain completely fried most of the game. This guy's just boosted as hell. What's G2's next opponents? Because they're done for the week. It's over. I wonder what they said on Twitter with the whole. Did you watch the recap? I think I did.
Nah,
that That'd be just depressing to watch that. Hey, yeah, we just went up on stage and we look like actual boosted animals.
Okay. Today is Team Rex versus SK and Vitality versus BDS.
Oh, that crowd's going to be quiet. Ain't no one cheering for Heretics or SK
Next
Gaming.
week, Fnatic versus BDS on Saturday, KT versus Rogue. On Saturday, there's only 2 games on Saturday.
I just want to go over just a little bit of what they said. I haven't seen this yet.
GX BDS is G2 versus Vitality.
Also for Madrid with their roadshow, all the games went to 12. So at least you have that. You know what's crazy is that despite the games being wonkily crazy this week for the LEC, at least the roadshow aspect kind of changed up the vibe of everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, the LTAs played in the closet because the Valorant playoffs are going off right now. Good job, Ellie. Good job, LTA. Congratulations. Emily's thighs are not enough for me. Man, them thighs are pretty hot. Good Lord, man.
Hello everyone, this is Caps Recaps with Caps and Skumont, and we are here today after unfortunately losing against Fnatic. We're in Madrid right now, and
these motherfuckers look sad. Damn, that mood is bad. His fate, I have to play with Lebrov for a whole year.
For probably 2 years.
Oh Lord, please kill me now.
Yeah, I mean, just coming off a loss. We won the first game, it was best of 3, right? But the other...
Yes, Caps, you were in a best of 3. What did you think you were in?
He was almost just a best of 1.
Here's probably just Fnatic rolled over after one game.
Yeah, like they usually do.
About like game 1 compared to the other games.
Yeah, I mean, I think game 1 we kind of got what we wanted.
Kind of sound motherfucker. Man, you rapping? Kind of sound what that weirdo saying. You talk with. I need subtitles on for that motherfucker. Talk, Skumon, bastard. All right, so that's pretty much it. We'll cover LTA stuff and LEC stuff and T1. Yeah, we'll cover the rest of that stuff Thursday. T1 situation. Oh my god. I don't have the brain power right now to just rant on that. I'll just wait for Thursday. It's okay. But we're gonna wrap this up tonight because I have to get some stuff done anyway. To go to work in the morning. I gotta wash some of my clothes. Gotta get some videos edited. Yeah. Anything you want to say before we head out? Got any videos planned coming up, or you just still doing Pokemon?
I'm just doing Pokemon.
Yep. All right. So as you guys know, for me, tomorrow MSK show 7 p.m. PST. We have a full packed out week of game streams and MSK show episodes. If you just enjoy watching and listening to this show, we'll be back Thursday, 7:30, 8 p.m. PST. I have to make up my League of Legends stream for you guys because last night, unfortunately, when I replayed it back to see if the audio was good, apparently when I shared the screen, I didn't hit the share audio button for the League client. So, yep, I just went for a whole hour without you guys hearing the League client sound. So it's okay. I'll make it up to you guys early Tuesday morning is what I said, or I'll do it basically. Yeah, Tuesday noon, I'll have the makeup League of Legends stream. I'm only going to stream for like 3 games for like an hour just to make it up. I'll be playing Master Duel probably later on tomorrow night after the MSK show. And that's pretty much it. Got a lot of good MSK show episodes coming up this week. I have a lot of game streams. Thunderbolts is coming out this Thursday, so I'm going to be dropping my Thunderbolts videos we've already did. I'll be going to see some Thunderbolts on Thursday, going to the first showing. This is on Thursday, so if I went to like the 4:30 showing, then I'd be way tired for the show, so I'm just going first showing, getting it out of the way. And yeah, can't wait for the Lakers to reverse sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves to be in the next round. It's not happening. Just put me out of my misery, please, already. Just get me out, honestly. But it's okay. I have the tools to cope with whatever life throws at me. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Cloud9 podcast. And thank you guys so much for watching and listening to the show. We are on our 15th season, and this is going to be pretty much going all the way until spring is over, I think, or debatably even after MSI. But we'll see how that plays out. So, yep. Hope you guys had a great weekend, and we're going to see you guys later.